Alright, hello. Let's, I guess let's just start. Quite a bit of, Destiny playing this week. It's kind of nice to do the Hogwarts last night and back to painting today. Although funny enough, right after this, I believe I have a raid scheduled for people that weren't able to do it yet. So I'm helping out a little bit. It's a tough thing to do in a set amount of time, to learn the functions for raids and such like that. Oop. A little more. It's a good sound. So I think I'm going to go, well, maybe to shake things up a little bit, I'm going to go up to the top and kind of work my way down a little bit. Because I'm very much not done with the top. And although I don't really feel like, so I'm a little worried I'm going to put too much detail into the background when it doesn't need it, when it's not really even supposed to be that detailed. The funny part is my painting right here goes up much higher than the reference painting, because I think the reference painting stops like right here, and it doesn't really show you these avalanche chutes that are here, these crevices and whatnot. So maybe I'll go through and just add a little more color up there. And not a lot, just little enhancements, I think. And there's nothing, it's all very much in the direct sunlight, but it's not actually reflecting anything. So all the colors are fairly strong except for the left side, which is the shadow side. So just choose a couple spots, I guess. If this keeps up though, I may have to I'm getting close to needing to add more yellow to my tray, which is something I don't often have to do, but then again, I guess I'm not often painting autumn colors anyway, so I suppose that makes sense. Dust is the worst. If I could, in a perfect, if my skill were perfect and my ability to see everything, to picture it was perfect, a lot of the background would be like this tree. A good mix of all the colors that I want, even some red in there, and the shadows on the left, and it's not distinct. You can't even see the trunk. This could be 4 trees split into one or combined into one, and you wouldn't even know it. And there's not crazy detail, you know, but I like it. I'm really not wanting to do anything crazy, though. Just adding some color to the faded places. I feel like I both need and don't need more green back there. I can't decide which yet. I put too much water in my gold again. Can't quite get the red I'm looking for. It's almost gray. We're getting some beetle kill over on the sides. Got a loose wire somewhere in my system, and I can't figure out where it is. Has something to do with the audio, though. It's the oddest thing. I've had moments where I adjust like this, and then I've had this LCD turn off. It's like, that was loud. And then I had other moments where I don't really do anything, and my audio cuts out and just goes click just for a second. It's like, One of those things I'll have to figure out when I start building my new system. Big jumble. I'm going to test these paints over here real quick, because I've had them sitting here this entire time, because that was one of the reasons I started this one, was I wanted to try out some of these other paints I had. So I'm going to have to do some dust control, but the top one looks like a blue I'm familiar with, so I'm not going to test that at the moment. This looks like two different colors at once. Oh, that's why. Because it's a really muddled brown. Really brown green. Look at that. That is significant. And then the next one I'm pretty sure is emerald green. I'm not sure what I was using that for. Maybe I just threw it on because it was green. Either way, it is too blue for this painting. Look at that. It's a pretty color. Aquamarine, maybe. And then we have another one of these brown greens that's almost opaque. And then to end it, I've got this, what looks like a marine green. Oh yeah. Also a pretty color. I don't know that I'll be able to use the, even though I like the color of this this green here, not only am I not really seeing it, it's just so thick compared to the rest of the paints I'm using. I feel like it wouldn't complement it very well. I feel like but what about a watered down version of this one? It's kind of weak, but not bad. It's also quite opaque compared to the rest of them. It might work for shadow, you know. Oh, it's finishing. Music was getting a little loud there for a second. I'm noticing something that I didn't really notice that much before. In my rush to start trying to find my way through the picture, the shadow, I didn't do great on the shadows up here. Some of them are good. But the way the shadows are, they're not, like this one is kind of closer to what I should have been doing. This is the later one I was doing though as well, so it makes sense. But none of the shadows really penetrate the canopy here. And they totally should. So like, I want to keep that one as is. I like it. I'm just thinking about how interesting. Trying another new tea. It's just a black caffeinated tea. It says it's like it has much caffeine as coffee. So I'm like, great. Maybe I shouldn't drink that much of it if I'm painting. But something I was just thinking about was I like this tree a lot, and it's aggressive shadowing, but it doesn't really reflect what else is going on. So I may have to aggressively start to add shadows on these trees here. Well, I don't know about aggressively, but you know what I mean. Add some shadows. Got to keep myself from thinking, oh, this would look cool, I should do this. And then I was like, doesn't really make sense to do that. Just go off on a tangent and start experimenting. Problem is if I'm sketching to myself without like a stream or anything, then I don't have these ideas. It's only in the moment when I'm trying to do something that the idea shows up. I think this area right here is kind of cool right here because it has like the layers of different spruces and trees and whatnot. Shadows within shadows, I think I called it before. Let's see, the left side should really be the darkest for most of these. Well, I guess that's not necessarily true. No, it's just if there's the most space behind it. The more space that's behind it, the darker it is. I've spent some time. Spent some time up there. I'm gonna start to move down now, I think. Black tea, but it's very faint. It's not very strong at all. Even though it's like it has much tea, it has much caffeine as a cup of coffee, and it's like not really. I do like how these two areas have turned out. If anything, I could make these areas here darker, the reflection areas. Because right now, it's kind of hard. I guess if I zoom in, I gotta make sure no one's looking for me. Okay. The one who commissioned the last painting was supposed to stop by and told him I was streaming, so he may or may not show up. See, I zoomed in a bit so you can start to see it, but it's still very kind of subtle and because it's so subtle, I'm gonna have to meet it there and be subtle with it. It's weird. I was getting some weird tinnitus sensation. I don't know if it was the music or my ear. not doing a lot, but I mean, I know I can tell, but you probably can't. So I'm really hesitant to do anything on that shoreline because I like it. I'm digging it. And realistically, the top one doesn't really need anything done to it at all. I do see one thing, one little tiny thing. Just helping this blend in. Because it almost seemed like there was a line there. That blends a bit better, I think. A little bit on that side as well. There's another one on the right side there. I didn't pay near as much attention to that one though. But that's okay. It's on the corner anyway. All right, now back to what I was dreading. And now that I look at it again, it's not so bad. Time's at 3 p.m. Guess let's keep doing some yellow and maybe some gold here. Although I think I'm going to make them a bit taller. And don't go down so low, because those other ones, in hindsight, I should have started at the top. And I need a few more here because just looks too dark at the moment. So I'm hoping the yellow will pick up the brightness a little bit. And anything I don't paint in will probably turn to you know, this brown. So I got to cover as much as I can while it still makes sense too. Some of those spots are earmarked though for reeds and such. I don't really mind the corners being darker. Like right here. Just kind of rounds out the whole picture a little bit. Getting bit by that self-conscious bug right now. Something I've always had to fight. Okay, so funny story. The two browns I had are the same brown. It's just for whatever reason I was applying it in a different consistency. So the brown I went out of my way to add in from on the other container, the other tray, is the same brown I was using previously and thought it was too dark. But hey. I started that like I was going to say something more, but that's it. But hey. Oh, I got dust in here. Let's play dust containment. Let's see. I want to go through and add more of the reeds, the ends, you know, like the dragon tails or whatever those are called. I don't know what they're called. This right here, these catter. I used to know what those were called. No longer. Actually, maybe I'll go through and add some gold after some dust control. And hair, apparently. Alright, let's do some gold. And the color is basically perfect for the straw, this gold orange, but it's weak. Like, I suppose I could mix it again and really punch up the paint, but that might be what I end up doing, actually, now that I think about it. But I'm hoping that I don't regret doing the yellow, because I want it to be pretty bright over here. And they'll be able to do some of that with an X-Acto knife. I'll be able to put some reflection into it, and that should brighten up the area a bit. Did I already add a ton of orange to it, or am I seeing things? Or gold? I must have. I think I was actually doing it out of the gold one, not the orange gold. Because that's the difference right there. This one's more of a red gold, and the other one's more of a like straw orange gold. Damn it. I lost it. And then I've got this one too. Which is somewhere in between the two. So maybe a bit more orange than red, but not quite as light as the first one. Mentally, I keep making these have way bigger of a shine on them than need be, because they are reflecting the sun pretty hard, but the color, I gotta stop moving that around. One of these times I'm gonna make a mistake. The color is still overpowering the light quite a bit. But I will come back through with an X-Acto knife and give them a kind of a clean sun side of reflection. I scattered a bunch of these out here randomly in my original sketch, so I did the work, so I might as well include them. Way too much paint. I gotta stretch. I'm just not really loose today, not really comfortable. Probably got to do about 30 of these. Just all over the gaff. And that right there is why watercolorists work from light to dark. You can't even tell there was yellow there. I just painted right over it. I say as I continue to work dark into the middle of it for some reason. I mean, I have a reason, but keep hover handing it, and I'm losing control over the brush a little bit more than I meant to. Some people can do it where oh hey, Natalie Dealer, what's up? I didn't notice you guys showed up. How's it going? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I can't wait to finish this because I'm going to... I've got a whole set that I'm going to make into magic cards and give away to a bunch of people when I'm done. I'm really excited about that. I started this project like 2 or 3 years ago, and it's finally almost done. And this is the last piece. Yeah, I was a little pretty focused. Pretty focused, yeah. I hope so, yeah. Even if it doesn't turn out like there's a pie in the sky dream where it's like, oh, I'm at a buddy's place and I'm still gonna be here. Yeah, you seem to really like Twitch, dealer. That's cool. Oh yeah, pie in the sky though. What would be cool is if like they saw it and, you know, they published a few of them. By they I mean Wizards of the Coast. They're the guys that make magic, but that's pie in the sky. But really, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to finish and print some cards and then hand them out, and that'll be it. But that's not bad. Not selling any of the cards, though. That's a no-no. But I am selling prints, so. Pie in the sky. It's like it's your most optimistic idea. What's your dream of it happening? You know, kind of. I don't know where the saying comes from. I think it's like. Nah, I'd be speculating. I don't know where the saying's from, but it's like a speculative. What's the best outcome? What's your dream outcome? You know, if you could make the stars align and have what you want to happen. That's what pie in the sky is. Yeah. Sell a card. I'm not gonna sell any cards. No Magic the Gathering cards sold here. Sorry. I could do like a postcard. I could do that. I'd rather not get a cease and desist from Wizards though. Never heard that before, huh? I don't know where I've heard it, but I've definitely heard it before. I think part of the meaning is like, you know, why can't I sell the cards? Because it's a trademark. It's an actual board game, you know? It's not like it's an actual product, and Wizards owns that. And they are pretty defensive of their product, much like Disney or Nintendo. Like 40K, there's animators on YouTube that have gotten their pages taken down because they were making 40K videos and their channels are just gone. Like they've been gone for 3 years or whatever. Or at least they stopped making them. I think they ended up hiring them, but they're not really doing anything with the people they hired. I don't know. It's a big dramatic story. I don't really know what's going on with it, but typically the Magic the Gathering artists are digital, and partially I think for the quicker turnaround, but I don't know, I like the older cards where they were, watercolor or like oil or something. Gives it a different feeling. It would be exactly like trying to sell my own Pokemon cards, exactly like that. That's what it would be like. Like if I had a high quality printer and a bunch of card stock and just started printing Pikachus, or one of the expensive ones. Because there was quite a while there where there were some expensive Pokemon cards out there when the game came back out again. Whew. And Magic is like that, but more expensive. Yeah, it's not like they're not like tarot cards or something like that, where no one really owns tarot cards. So yeah, I'm not selling cards. That's more just for fun than anything. Well, so how are you guys today? Been a couple days since I streamed. Let's catch up. How was Dealer? I know what you've been doing all weekend. Just raiding nonstop. What's Natalie been up to? I know you had the concert that one day. That was so important that you missed Sonia's birthday. Shame. Shame. Ah, yeah, it was fun. I had a pretty good time. Me and Forrest hung out for the majority of it, and then split up and just like ended up talking with random people. I got hit on quite a few times. That was pretty nice. I don't often get hit on. And I think I sent you the pictures of Sonia, Toby, and Forrest in their 70s outfit. I didn't dress up, partially because I'm lame, partially because I just didn't have anything 70s themed. Like I could have wore I've got a leather bomber jacket that's kind of timeless, but so I guess I could have worn that, maybe gone almost like Greaser a little bit. Hair's not long enough, but it would have been an effort. So I just wore my normal black shirt. No, I didn't do that. I probably could have. No, not me. I just was the proper amount of drunk at the right time. If I had stayed much longer, I probably would have spent another $50 on drinks. So I left when Forrest left. And my wallet thanked me for it. Probably could have gotten a number if I stayed, though. I'm very much not the social butterfly, though. That would be Corey. Or Alex. Alex is pretty social. Usually. Well, I guess at house parties he's not very social unless he's the one throwing it. It was really funny though because like I went outside just to cool off a bit and older lady, not that old, but she was having trouble walking through the snow because she was going outside to smoke, and she was like starting to fall. You know, it was not hard packed back there. So I like, oh, do you need help or something? And I helped her through it. And then she stood up and looked at me and goes, "You are so hot." And I'm like, what? You've had a little too much there, lady. Oh my God. That was pretty funny though. Yeah, Alex has been. Yeah. He there's a thin line between hyper crazy loud Alex and just normal quiet Alex. Kind of like me. Yeah, right. I think the girls she was with were a little embarrassed as well. But I thought that was pretty good. What else? It wasn't as crowded, so that was nice. Like, it wasn't as crowded as Spinardi Gras, but it still took a while to get drinks. That's just a feature, I guess. Where could you... Do you know what these are called? Like, I don't know if you can tell what they are yet, but they're like the swampland reeds, and I can't remember what these are called. I've done everything except actually look it up. I've just been kind of making up names for them as I go. Cattails? Weeds. Yeah. Cattails sounds right too. Even though they don't really look like cattails. They don't really typically grow away from swampy areas anyway, so they're not really like weeds. Like, I'm not going to see these grow in your yard or anything like that. Went and got my Freistrasse painting framed, or I at least dropped it off to get framed, and I had not realized how expensive framing is if you're doing custom. Like, I had heard it was expensive, but I had never actually done it before. And I had a choice between a couple different frames, and it was crazy because the choices were like, I was leaning towards the darker two just because it's a darker painting, and then the other option was was this like distressed blue, and it matched the sky pretty good, so I ended up going with that. But the blue one I got ended up being around $140, which isn't terrible considering the glass and the mat and the frame and everything. So $140, not bad. But the other two I was looking at, even with like a standard glass, so not like the crazy museum glass, but the standard UV glass, they were like $340 or something like that, $360. Like, shh. I guess if you're in a museum, you know. That seems a bit pricey to me, though. And that's not a big painting either. That's a 11 by 14, including the white border. 9 by 12 with the without it. Couldn't believe how expensive it was, though. Especially when I could, for the most part, I could make it myself if I had the wood, you know. Or really, it comes down to the glass. If I had the glass, I could totally make frames that are worth apparently almost $400. But I mean, the commission was for $500. We're not gonna put a $500 painting in a $400 frame. That's crazy. Or would you? I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one here. Or maybe my paintings are just crazy cheap. Which I don't think they're that cheap, to be honest. Getting there. Let's see. I was planning on helping out with a raid. All right, he's gonna stop by later. That's good. Double check, make sure it's still happening. Today at 4:30. Okay, so I got a little while. I just realized there's some really light brown ones as well. And they were just blending in with the orange, so I didn't see them. I got dust. It's no good. Ah, damn dust, man. I tried one orange-ish one, and it just doesn't look right to me. So, although as I add more orange, it'll probably settle down. But the more I look at it, and the more I compare it to the background, the less orange I feel like I want. And more that it should almost be this gold, kind of yellowish and really just have some orange for accents. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing as well. Which means these I'll probably have to mix more because they were a custom color. Really apparent now how white this is down here, though, now that I've got the darker parts of the plants up there. And this is slowly looking more and more like what I think it should. So there, that's positive. Oh, I totally forgot about my tea. The last time I took a sip was like an hour ago. So it is definitely cold. Oh, so hey. Are you still here, Natalie? Gotta keep an eye on the time so I don't stream too late. Oh, hey. Okay. So, my birthday is coming up. Will you actually go to that if I do something? I won't give you shit too much longer for that, but it does beg the question. See, I'm trying to decide if we... well, it's on the 31st. Whether I celebrate it on the 31st, though, that's not a big deal. Ah, okay. See, the question is, should I do something simple like the board game nights, or should we do something more than that? Or do anything at all? I don't know. I'm not huge into celebrating my birthday. That's true. That's true. Could do the escape room. We've been saying we're going to do karaoke forever as well, and we haven't done that. Which I think the main reason about that is no bar. I think that's the main reason, to be honest. Because they made time for going to Owl's, and Owl's is kind of a sketchy joint. But they had booze. But like if we pre-gamed and then went there, that's possible. And then just making sure everyone was able to go. Let's see. Got quite a few days to plan it, so hopefully people will go. Maybe I gotta check and see what day it is too. Maybe I'll just plan for a Saturday or something. I think Saturday would work the best. I know nothing about it. Tim did all that research. So I remember as far as no booze. I imagine they probably do it like the ones in Japan do it, where they rent the room for a certain amount of hours. Could do April 1st. I'm so glad my birthday wasn't one day later. I can't imagine having an April 1st birthday. Oh, look, we got you a new car. Just kidding. Shoot, I was going to do something and I lost it. First would probably be the easiest. And then I could do my little family birthday, because we always do. It's kind of a theme of my family to do like pizza and cake, you know. My mom usually makes the cake. Honestly, it's more for her than any of us, because we don't really celebrate our birthday too much, but my mom really wants to make us a cake. And I do enjoy cake. Oh, I used to a lot more, but my sugar tooth has kind of gone away a little bit. April Fool's Day. What a terrible holiday. Personally, I don't care for it. We are literally going to have a day where you fuck with each other. No offense, but we have TikTok, and so we don't need any more encouragement to mess with each other too much. It's already there. So I'm drinking this new tea that it's right at that perfect temperature right now, so I'm going to pause a little bit, because if I don't drink most of it now, I'm not going to end up drinking it. I got a new woodworking tool. It's a big, heavy-duty, they call it a joiner. So you got joiners and planers. And joiners, they create a square edge on whatever surface you're working on. So I'm going to be able to reclaim any of the lumber I want, and even make my own to a certain extent. If I had a bandsaw, that would be awesome. If I had like a 9-inch bandsaw, then I could just rip down lumber that I make myself. But I'm going to start working on those other projects I was mentioning before. Maybe make a video on them, but I won't be able to stream those ones. Too complicated. Too dusty. That's really the main part. It's too dusty, and you wouldn't be able to talk. And like, you'd be looking at something, and I would have to have the volume turned off or something, because it would just be, the mic would be blown out constantly. It would sound horrible. Oh, if you're still here, let me get your opinion on this part of the painting right here. Like, I had fun with the heart thing. And you can still kind of see the heart. I went back and highlighted a little bit, but it's not really what is happening. And it's bothering me a little bit. Yeah. But because of that, because I was having fun with it and I made the heart, it's kind of making this portion of the painting lay down real flat. It's like a plate placed on the painting. Or like I cut out a different painting, you know, and I put it on this one. It doesn't really match the way everything else is laying down. I was like, do you see that? Does it bother you? You do see it. Yeah, I thought so. And to get rid of that, I think I would have to take this like solid brown and go all the way across with it, almost in a line. And that's the only thing that would really break it up. I tried going through and bringing the brown closer here to break it up, but I think I would actually have to intersect like a third of it to get it to stop. But I don't know if it bothers me enough. Yeah. Well, that's why we're here, to get the artist's take on it, right? But I am really happy with this right here. This back section here, and then all these little inlets and shadows and cavities here. I'm really happy with how that looks to me. It's not quite realistic, but at the same time, it looks cool enough to me that I don't care. Oh, thanks. I hope the swans turn out as good as my test picture. It's going to be hard because they're so small. I think I want to do oh wait, I still have to do... Okay, so after this painting, I'm going to do the industrial one I kept talking about. But I think it would be really cool to do like a fantasy one. And not so much... Ooh, I just had an idea. I just had a cool idea, I think. So I did this one in 1 hour. I've shown you this one, I'm pretty sure. So that's my test one. All of these I did in 1 hour. And it was pencils down after that. 1 hour, each one of these. I intend on doing this one in larger form later, because I think it turned out pretty well, and I think I can really get the misty mountains in the background if it's bigger. But I'm talking about this one here. It's very fantasy-y, you know, and monochrome. I dig the monochrome, except for the brick, of course, here. But I just had the idea of doing it would be like a fantasy. Yeah, very, very different. It'd be like a fantasy portrait piece of a bonsai tree. Basically this, but I would want to make it like, so like, this is a 9x11, or wait, no, 9x12. And I would want to make it like 9x15 or something, quite a bit taller and vertical. And then have it like, it would be all one, it would be just this, except taller, you know. And I think I could do a lot with it. I just had that idea. And then that was my test piece. That didn't turn out very good. I did that in about 5 minutes though, so I guess it's not. I did like that though, that little root effect. I did that in about 5 minutes at Kaladi when I was just hanging out at Kaladi. Anyway. But yeah, I want to, Tim's Cabin and Fleischstrasse were both like outside of my comfort zone. They weren't really, all the other stuff I've done is very bright, not a lot of shadow, not a lot of contrast, you know, except for, I guess, the plain one, the cockpit painting. But I'm looking to shake it up again and do something else that I haven't really done. I think that could be cool. Or a brutal failure. I don't know. But I don't think it would be a brutal failure. I'd be able to... I'm confident enough now that I could recover it, even if it was a bit of a failure. I mean, I thought this piece was a failure. I really thought I failed this painting. That's one of the reasons why I set it aside for so long. Was because I thought I wouldn't be able to save it. So on one part, there's multiple reasons, multifaceted. So like, I wasn't happy with a few different things in particular. I wasn't happy with this corner up here. I thought I just muddled it to all hell. And actually this whole side I wasn't really happy with, but I'm starting to recover now. I've got a bit of a theme going on here where it's like there's some dead spruce and beetle kill spruce here, and I'm going to come back and do some more inside. I wasn't happy with just the way the background looked. I had never really done autumn colors before, so that was part of it as well. I wasn't sure how I was going to do this, and then the foreground here, I had no idea what I was doing. I had just started doing stuff, and it overwhelmed me a little bit. Not like emotionally, it's just more like, what do I do? And it was just at the point where, too many options, not enough direction is what it comes down to. But I'm figuring it out, I think. I'm figuring it out enough that Angel had said this was her favorite one so far, so that's saying something, right? But yeah, I remember I was streaming during this one, and I bet if I went back, I'd be like sighing a lot and like, I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with that, you know. But I think the 6th session of me working on this, I was like, this is right before I got the commissions. I'm just going to keep working on it. If it turns into something, then it turns into something. If not, maybe I'll start a new one. But I've put enough time into this one now that it's like, Even if I'm not happy with the final result, it's gonna get finished. Oh, it's gonna happen. And I'm learning a lot on the way too. That is something that is a theme in my paintings. Is I'm learning a ton as I do them. So I guess it's safe to say you don't think this one is a failure? Oh, wait. I got a failure. Come on. Ugh. These are my quick sketches. Let's see. This one had potential. I still might do a real version of this one. I did this one in about, I think it was half an hour when I was waiting at work to do something. I was just bored and I pulled out my little traveling set and I did that. This one was a failure, but I did it in like 1 minute. And the perspectives were totally off, so I didn't try very hard. This one was a failure, I think. These were more test paintings than anything. I'm sure, yeah, that's a failure. This was my first attempt at practicing the background. And I was trying to figure out what colors I should use for the background, and it just turned into a sloppy mess. There are some cool aspects about it, like this yellow with the shade here. That's kind of cool. And then if you isolated these two greens here, that would make a really good treetop. And there's my second attempt. It just looks like it's on fire. Little abstract, huh? This one is even worse somehow. And this is around where I was very frustrated with the painting. And I thought it was a total wash. I thought I wasted all my time on it. I hadn't spent much time on it yet. It was like 8 hours or something. But and then I did these. And then I finally did this one. I was like, okay, there's something there, something I can do with it, you know. And now that's where I am in comparison. I think this one is almost exactly a year ago, funny enough, like to the day almost. But yeah, this is when I started kind of figuring out that it wasn't a total wash, a total loss. Way too much brown. There's some red here. I think I was just testing different reflections. But you can kind of see, putting them next to each other, the thought process. And I did something in this one that I wish I had done in this one, was the clouds on the water. But by the time I did this one, I had already painted the blue. And it's not, there's no clouds on the water in the original picture anyway, so, but I'll have to keep that in mind for another painting, because that's a cool effect in my opinion. What else do I got here? Oh, these are all from the same like couple days, and then this is the one where I was like, okay, I'm gonna commit, I'm gonna do it. So that was my my mini art tour, you know. My practice sketches and failures. There are definitely failures. You can't not fail, or else you're not really trying new stuff enough, in my opinion. That varies, of course, relatively, but well, noticeably, I didn't do a ton today, but I'm gonna start winding down because a friend wanted help in a game around now. Well, pretty soon. I got to get ready for it. I haven't eaten anything in a while, so I should probably do that. But I think it's coming along. I'm happy with the yellow that I added earlier so far. It makes it a lot. When I finish putting in the orange and stuff, it's going to darken it pretty significantly. And then once the yellow, and then once I bring in the water a bit farther, it'll make it a lot brighter, I think. At least that's the plan. But hey, I'm going to call it there. It's not, I mean, 2 hours, 15 minutes, not a bad stream, right? I'll probably stream longer on Wednesday. So yeah, I'll probably call that there. A couple things I see now that I want to do later. I want to add a little more green here, a little more shadowing. Maybe. I'll think about that. Of course, I got tons of work to do down here and some as well up there, and then the swans to end it. And again, possibly going to shade in this whole half. But I'll think about that and get back to it, I think. So I'll close it out there, and I don't know. Are you gonna stick around on Twitch, Natalie? If you are, I'm gonna raid someone. If not, I'll just call it there and sign out. Do you want to find someone to raid, or do you want to just head out? What do you think? Raiding? So raiding, I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to be getting offline. So raiding is when I take my viewers and I bring them to another stream. And that way you can see, you know, other people that might be doing something similar. Or someone that I'm just interested in, you know, and give them viewers at the same time. But that's up to you. You want to try that out? It would have been nice if there was a lurker there that was with us, but they seem to have left just now. Anyway, let's go to, I guess so. All right. I'm going to switch it to not that. No, it is that one. Okay. Let's browse. What do you think? Art? Do you want to keep watching art stuff? Really? How did I do it before? There we go. Overlay editing, that's kind of neat. Casting, they're making casts of like statues and stuff. That's kind of cool. These guys are making like a stamp, like a print carving. Ooh, he looks like he's making like a. Actually, I can't tell. Is it supposed to be a zombie? It's kind of zombie-esque. Let's go by. Oh, it is searching by low to high. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. They're doing like a oil, gorilla oil painting there. There's a cat. Do you want to watch the graphite drawing of a cat? I'm surprised mine hasn't popped up. I'm still live. Oh, I didn't use traditional art. Oops. That's my mistake. Oops. Watercolor. Oh. Doesn't seem that anyone else is really doing watercolor. That's too bad. Let's see, what else? Painting. Yeah, not a lot of people do watercolor. It's pretty crazy, though. Did mine not pop up because I didn't capitalize? Oh, no, there I am right there. It says I have one viewer. What the heck, Natalie? Oh, is that a pour? Oh yeah, acrylic pour. That's kind of fun. Hmm. That looks cool. Have you seen a favorite yet? BattleTech. They're painting models there. Little mechs, little robots. I'd prefer we go somewhere that's small. Yeah, no one. What if I do it the British spelling? Yeah, yeah, I agree. What about this? No one in Britain is painting watercolor. That's isn't that watercolor? One viewer. Let's go here. It seems to be in Spanish though. Yeah, Espanol. Oh, they're doing a interview of some sort. I'm sorry, it's not really what I'm looking for at the moment. Uh, oops, that is not the one I clicked on. I'm thinking this one. Is she copying the reference? What exactly is it? What do you think of this one, Natalie? It's intriguing. Acrylic. Yeah. Let's raid this one. And that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so I'm going to switch it back to this one while I get the raid ready here. Nope. Oh, you don't have to do anything. I will do it for you. And it'll I hope you stay for a little while in this channel. Support, you know, other channels. It's really cool. But here I'm gonna call it on this one and immediately rate it. Thanks for stopping by, Natalie, and Dealer. Thanks for that. And Zombie, thanks for the follow earlier. And Deep, I forgot to thank you before. Thanks for the follow as well. And I'm gonna call it there, and I hope to see you guys next time. I'm gonna be probably streaming tonight at some point, gaming, but I'm definitely gonna stream painting on Wednesday. So that's the plan at the moment. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Alpha1234, welcome. Thanks for the raid. Hello. Hi. Welcome, raiders. I hope you're doing well. My stream is going pretty quiet.